Remember, shout out to my Patreon. Y'all are the real MVPs. I'm going to be trying to do some special things for y'all in this new year because y'all have definitely been riding with me. If you would like to join my Patreon, it's very simple. All you have to do is go to www.patreon.com/bstokestyling and make your pledge. $5, $10, or $25. Currently, I'm trying to get to 20 Patreons, you guys, so make sure you help me reach my goal by clicking the link down in my description box and joining my Patreon. You do not want to miss out on the early access to my videos. Don't forget to order your custom B Stokes styling merch. That's right, we have merch. Just click the link down below in the description box and order your B Stokes styling merch today. Get it started in just a few minutes, you guys. Unmuted. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am back, y'all, busting out these lives over and over again. If you are new here, please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any more of my fabulous lives, and make sure as you enter you hit that like button because it costs you absolutely nothing to do and it helps me and my channel out a lot. Today we are going to be reviewing Perry Sistas Season 3, Episode 1. This is new for my channel. I have never reviewed Sistas before. I have been a watcher since the beginning, but I've never reviewed it. And so I'm trying to... TV has been kind of boring lately. I don't have a lot of things to review. So since this is kicking up, I'm like, you know what? This is the perfect time to start reviewing it. I did not take notes. I probably will not take notes because one thing about Tyler Perry, he runs around in circles for things for that whole hour. Like, you know, we could really cut that show down to a good solid 37 minutes with all of the rerunning of repeating of dialogue and, unnecessary awkwardness and things like that. So am I going to necessarily take notes? Probably not. I'm going to give it to you on the remembrance, on my memory. Okay, so I hope y'all enjoy it. If I miss anything and we want to discuss it, you can always drop down in the comment section. I do talk back. I enjoy hearing y'all's perspective. So we're gonna break this down person by person. Let's go ahead and start with the worst of the bunch. Andy is in the bed with the gun pulled to her head because old girl done snuck into her house. She done already shot Gary, and now she's running off at the mouth, asking Andy to beg for her life and to apologize and all of this kind of stuff. I think her name is Jasmine. Oh my gosh, she is horrible, honey. If you gonna come in here bust caps and be out, she goes, he's gonna die, you're gonna die, we all might die. Can I come around? We all might die. Girl, if you gonna shoot somebody and be done with it. I'm sorry. And at this point, I wouldn't even be sad. Because Andy did it to herself, okay? Andi and Gary and this back and forth that they doing, I'm so sick of them, and I don't understand what her appeal is with him because he is trash. Okay? Anyway, so Jasmine goes off on a tangent, the evil villain monologue where she gets distracted, so Andy has a chance to fight her. Fight the gun out of her hand. It was really stupid because instead of picking the gun up after you knocked it out of her hand, you put your robe on and run out the door. See, you ain't that bright, honey, because once I knock the gun out your hand, I'm picking the gun up, and you finna be the one blasted. That's just on me. I ain't say that though. I'm just saying. If that was gonna happen, that was gonna happen. But she goes to run out the door, and there are police right there. Freeze, what's going on? She's sitting here in her lingeries and her bathrobe. Like, oh my God, she's crazy. She's in the room. She's acting psychotic. That one cop was sitting there. He don't know what was going on. He wasn't finna do no work. He's staring. He looking at her body. Okay? And then as soon as she goes to act up, the first thing he do was go to grab her. You're just trying to get a feel. I see you. Okay? Later on in the episode, you see the officers questioning Andy. We have not seen Gary. We don't know where he is. Is he okay? Why are you asking me questions? Get him to the hospital. Their EMTs are in there treating him. They end up asking her questions. She's like, she broke in. I don't know what's going on. Is he okay? Jasmine walks out. It ain't over, bitch. It ain't over. Jasmine, you're an idiot. You're going to say that in front of the cops. You already got this guy in there bleeding out. You're going to jail. Okay? You're going to jail. Cop says you should get a restraining order. Do you think a restraining order is going to stop this psychotic helper from coming back in there? She done already broke to the house with the gun. Next time she going to stop talking, she just going to go ahead and bust them caps from the beginning. But anywho, I'm going to let them write. I'm going to let the writers write. By the end of the episode, they let Andy come in, and I guess I'm just going to assume that Gary is not dead, even though we all want him gone. But whatever. As a matter of fact, we know he's not because during the preview we see Andy's in the wedding dress, so she's actually gonna marry this nut. But that's neither here nor there. That's everything that happened over there with Andy. Moving on, because I'm sick of her. We let's talk about Sabrina. So Sabrina, remember, she had opened the door at the end of last season. Remember, she had opened the door and Calvin was standing at the door, and then Mr. Jacoby, whatever his name is, was in the back. He was all naked and stuff, and he all in the refrigerator and stuff, and Calvin done seen it, so now he mad and he run off. And so now Sabrina, of course, is going to do what she does and act like she ain't never seen a peen before and she don't know what to do. And can you just leave? And Jacoby wouldn't take leave for an answer, honey. Like, she was like, he trying to press up on her like, man, we were just about to, do the do and get the get. And she's like, no, I don't want to do it. I think it's better for you to just leave. Do you need to get dressed? Do you need me to help you get dressed? Oh, wait, no, I don't want to go near that. That's too big. It's Sabrina. Like, Sabrina, we know you're not a virgin, but girl, you acting real virginal. So she tells him to leave. She goes into the room and calls Danny. Danny is in the tub, honey, enjoying her some rodeo time, and she ain't trying to talk to Sabrina about Sabrina's little high school drama that she just couldn't stand up in it. Ooh, sorry, y'all. Yeah, stand up in it, Sabrina, or whatever. So Danny says, I'll call you back. She comes out. Jacoby is there with his clothes on, still sitting. She's like, I need you to I almost forgot. As a matter of fact, because I'm jumping all over the place. So she calls Danny. Okay, Danny brushes her off the phone. We see Danny and Rodeo together. They didn't really have much going on this episode. Y'all. Sabrina just calls Danny when she just wants to talk about a whole bunch of nothing. Calvin runs over to what's his name, Maurice's house, and he's upset. I don't even know why I still deal with her. I don't want to deal with her. This is all your fault because you the one that told her that I was in there with a man. And Maurice is just like, Sabrina, she's just kind of slow. She takes things slow. So now Calvin then got all worked up, and he decided, well, I'm gonna go back over there. Now, why you gonna go back over there again? You went over there the first time. You see cucumbers in the refrigerator. Why you gonna go back? You a glutton for punishment, ain't you? You a glutton for punishment, because Sabrina could be neck deep in salad by now, for all you know. Like, I don't understand what his logic was for going back. So he runs back to Sabrina's house. Before he gets back to Sabrina's house, Maurice calls Sabrina like, hey, he coming back over. So Sabrina can, I guess, get her mind right and make sure that Jacoby's not in there, but Jacoby is still sitting outside because he's thinking that he can talk his way back into the draws, which he ain't never got into. So while she's trying to get him to leave her apartment because he's being extra pushy for no reason, Calvin shows back up. And he tells him, you need to leave. The man moment. Jacoby leaves. She says she'll see him tomorrow at work. Her and Calvin talk, and she finally admits. Calvin's like, no, don't sit up here and say nothing. Don't sit up here and say it's you. Talk. Put your big girl panties on and talk like a woman, which is something that Sabrina has had an issue with doing this entire series. For some reason, Sabrina acts like she is a 12-year-old pre-adolescent or something. Like, I don't understand why she just can't talk. So she finally says that one of her issues was that she had heard through the grapevine that Calvin could possibly be on them methamphetamines, and she was scared to get with him. And he says, why didn't you tell me that? That's what you heard. Oh, that's why Maurice made me pee in the cup, and now it's all making sense. And he seems like he's upset and hurt about it. Will y'all just stop? It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. It's not just the fact that you could possibly be a meth head, which I don't think he's a meth head, but it's not just that. She's going to always question your sexuality. Do you really want to be with a woman that always questions your sexuality? You can't have a boys' night out, honey, because you already know what she's thinking. And woman, you want to be with this man who shows some signs of popping off that I don't think are normal, and you can't trust, girl. And I don't want Jacoby either, because something seems off about him too. Why Sabrina keep getting these off ass dudes? I don't know. Okay, so moving on to Karen. Okay, so Karen's at the house and Zach comes over. And, Zach do the Zach thing. Zach try to be all smoothish kind of thing. But he's like, you know what? I'm sorry for using you, and gives her $5,000. And she say, oh, I don't want that. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Now, let's not act like. Let's not stand on pretenses. Okay, you want Zach and you want your money. Let's be clear, because you wouldn't have been dogging him out for the years that you've been dogging him out if he was paying you your little bit of money. Okay, Zach say, you know what? Here, you can have these $5,000. That should cover all these years of rent and food. I'm good with the math. I ain't trying to, complicate things no more. And he leaves to go back over to Fatima's house. But see, Fatima ain't with all of that. Or so she tried to act, okay? He come up in there. Fatima already got his stuff packed in the corner. Like, baby, there go your stuff. You can go. Zach is like, oh, I can't stay. Or where you finna go? Because Fatima had on this like little blue like wrap dress. I thought it was a robe. Like I saw she had on heels, but I thought it was a robe. It looked it was not, it was very ill fitted. I'm sorry. It was very ill fitted. And Fatima, you know, she got a body on her. So that was not like, that wouldn't have been a date night dress. But anyway, they have a little bit of back and forth, and Zach, you know, was trying to, you know, get in good. He says that he was confused and things. She's like, well, you can be confused outside this door. He tries to leave the keys to the car. He's like, I know that you're going to get me kicked out the program, you know, guilt tripping. She's like, I'm not going to get you kicked out the program. I know you need this. Take them keys, but you can go. And as he's leaving, in walks some other dude, because Fatima finna go on a date, honey. Fatima got a man at home. Okay, she's gonna go on a date. This guy was dressed horribly with this like silk shirt and this like velvet like biker jacket thing, and Zach calls it out. But he ends up leaving. They end up going out on a date. They come back to the house, and he trying to stay the night. He trying to have a nightcap. You know, apparently they have some type of history. Fatima's really not hearing it. She tells him to leave, even though he done took off that little ugly velvet coat. And she escorts him out the door. Well, when she escorts him out the door, she notices that Zach had left her some money too, because he say, so she calls him and like, hey, you left your money. He's like, nah, that's for you. That's for me staying there, because I ain't gonna have no woman holding over my head. How she done took care of me. I ain't doing that no more. And Fatima's like, well, I ain't gonna do that. You need to come get your money. It's gonna be taped to the door. You need to come get it. Is that like, oh, come get it? You sure we talking about money? You know. So she says no, it's gonna be taped to the door. So he comes back and he gets it. They end up having a conversation. Bottom line is, all of this hoopla and back and forth about Zach being confused, and he don't understand why he loves someone that make him feel like trash. But you know, he know that Fatima's the woman that he need to be, and you make me better, and all of that kind of stuff. They gonna be back together. But Fatima gotta play hard to get. She got to let him know, honey, I ain't one of these simps out here, okay? I ain't one of these regular witches out here in these streets. What you're not gonna do is play me, even though he is kind of playing you, because like without you, he wouldn't have a place to stay, a car to drive, a place to go to work. Really. That's neither here nor there. Zach want to be a good guy. Is he? That's still up for debate. But he want to be. Then lastly, we have back over at Karen's house. What his name come back? Pastor Man. I don't even remember Pastor Man's name. He about to aggravate me too. There ain't a guy on this show besides Rodeo that I like. Okay? And Rodeo, only reason why I like Rodeo is because I like Rodeo by default at this point. You know, he just ain't been all the way crazy, because something about you coming from this super racist family make me look at you a little sideways too, like what's going on. But anyway, Preacher Man come over there. He drunk. Y'all know Preacher Man is in recovery. You know, he got to stay sober. But he come over there. He done drove over there. He drunk. He barely can stand up. He done got naked. He trying to get it in with Karen. Karen like, no, I don't want to do that. This isn't you. Please sit down. Let's just drink a cup of coffee. And he goes on to profess his love to her. I'm tired. I'm tired. But that's it. That's really all that happened in the first episode. So I'm gonna give y'all my predictions, and we're gonna get on up out of here. Andi and Gary still gonna do this back and forth. Andi ain't gonna be satisfied till she dead 6 feet under in the grave, because baby, if it ain't gonna be the ex-wife that take you out, it's gonna be him. Danny and Rodeo are still going strong, so I hope that she don't mess this up. Sabrina, you just need to find you something else. First of all, you don't sleep with somebody you work with, okay? You got to go to work. You ain't got to sleep with him. Don't sleep with somebody you work with. And he's too thirsty, okay? Can't take that as a red flag, as you didn't do it, and then like don't give him eye contact and don't talk to him anymore. And please leave Calvin alone, because he's unhinged. Like he need to get his own self together. Like, and it's just not going to work. And Karen, the pastor man, he needs to how long is this timeline from season to season? Because let's remember now, he did just lose his wife. Do you really want to be his rebound after just losing his wife? How can he say he professed his love to you? His love to you? Does that not seem a little off to you, Karen? Because that's off to me. I'm just saying. And he wants what you just aren't. You don't want to be celibate. You are not this churchy type of person. You like you some wine and some drink. Okay? It's not going to work. As far as Zach and Fatima goes, Zach is a better guy with Fatima, but that's definitely going to cause a rift between the sisters, because how can she now? She was starting to come into the girlfriend group. You know, she was starting to really integrate herself into the girlfriend group. How can you do that if you're sleeping with your new friend's ex-boyfriend after they had just slept together? It just ain't gonna work. So, but I like Fatima. Fatima and Danny are my favorite. You know, Andi and Gary can kick rocks with open toe shoes for all I care, especially Andi. Anyway, that's it. That's all I got to say. That's my review for Sistas season 3, episode 1. Y'all tell me y'all thoughts down in the description. I'm down in the comment section below. Remember again to like the video, subscribe, turn the notification bell on if you have not already, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.